What's good, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching any of my videos, my name is Chrissy. If you're returning, welcome back again to another video. So I wanted to do a simple eyeshadow video for you guys. So this concealer is in Fawn. I'm going to press the concealer in with this brush just to kind of help blend it in a little bit better. I'm going to go in with this brush, although I feel some type of way because I really love this brush for like a highlighter, but if I'm being honest, it just blends so freaking good. On the top, different shade from the bottom. The top shade is Going This Way in Chestnut. It's a little darker. I think I'm actually gonna be using all brushes today, which is insane because I didn't clean none of my beauty blenders, but I cleaned all of my brushes in love with this primer. For foundation, I'm using the Maybelline. This is their Super Stay Activewear Foundation. This is in the shade 360. This is in Mocha. Since I'm not using a beauty blender today, I am just going to use these Real Techniques. I'm using this Real Techniques brush. This is a face brush. I'm going to start with a concealer. You want to start with some type of base. You do have eyeshadow bases out there that are really good. When I first started dibbling and dabbling with eyeshadow, I was using the Urban Decay eyeshadow base. It was really good. It was just really light, so it was perfect for a beginner because I was new to it. But concealer is the most commonly used. Probably didn't still say it right, but it's the one that's the most common. That is used on the eyelids to give a base for the eyeshadow. I'm going to use LA Girl Pro Fawn Concealer as my base. Put that down. As my base. And I'm not going to use a lot, just a little bit. And I'm going to blend out that concealer. Using a really light hand as I blend out the concealer, because I do not want to blend it in too much. I'm gonna take just a regular brush. This is just a regular old brush, and I'm gonna get some powder. If you're ever applying powder with the brush, you want to make sure that you're tapping the brush so that that powder, that excess powder, can fall off, so that it's not applied to the skin real clumped up, because that's how it's gonna look on your skin, real clumpy. You want to apply this powder to the concealer to set it. And it's gonna, you'll know when it's set because it looks matte. It doesn't look oily or greasy. Alright, I like to keep it short and sweet. So, for the eyeshadow, we're only gonna use one palette. So as you saw, we are using the Juvias Place. We are using the Juvias Place, the bronzed rustic palette. I'm going to start with this one first, and I'm honestly just about to go with it. So follow me, camera. Place this right here. First, you're going to press it in because you just don't want to go in swiping. If you press it in, it gives you more control over the eyeshadow, so you can put it directly where you want it. Sometimes when you swipe first, you don't really get it where you want it to go. I know exactly where I want this eyeshadow to go, and I want it to go on the outer corner of the eye. This is just how I do my eyeshadow, and then I bring it onto the crease. So the crease is going to be right here. You always want to make sure that you're tapping off that excess eyeshadow on the brush. Now I like to do my eyeshadow before I apply the rest of my face, just because it is so much more easier to control the fallout and have less mistakes. So I'm going to start using my wrist. But eyeshadow is literally all about the flick of the wrist. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to just blend that eyeshadow in. And because this is a very simple eyeshadow look, it's not going to be complex at all or take you a lot of time other than blending the eyeshadow in. So always remember, less is more, so that you don't have to blend or take a whole lot of time blending the eyeshadow in, because if you're applying it little by little, it's easier to blend it in because you're just building it up. I'm going to take it and go all the way to the inner corner of the crease, and then we're going to come back. I like warm eyeshadow color, so we just blended that in. We took our time, blended that in really well. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this color right here. You can put another shade on top of this, but this color alone is really good, especially on brown skin women. This is a really good color that complements our skin. Then what I'm going to add is this shimmer shade right here. So I'm going to actually place the shimmer right in the corner starting out, and then I'm going to just put it over my eyelid. If you spray, I forgot about this. If you spray your brush with water, and then get some shimmer, it applies way better. Voila, match. We not done. We're gonna go back in with that first shade, the first shade again. We just kind of builded it up just a little bit. Now we're gonna add some more to it. I'm gonna focus my attention right here on the outer corner of the eye. You wanna come onto the eyelid, just feather out that shimmer just a little bit so that it can seamlessly blend into the eyeshadow. We're gonna slowly fade this out at the top, just slowly fade it out. As you can see, it's really simple, but I'm gonna add just a little dash. This yellow right here, we're gonna put it right. Adding the eyeshadow on top of it was extremely optional. Now this shade, the first shade that I use, that's always my first shade. Born This Way Chestnut. That's always my first concealer because it's the same color as my skin tone. So I always like to use that color as a color corrector instead of using an orange color corrector. This concealer that I'm using here is LA Girl Pro. This is in the shade Fawn. The reason why I'm looking up is because I want to make sure that I blend in the concealer that's right underneath my eye. This is going to allow me to prevent any creasing from happening right underneath my eye. So blending from the bottom up, it just creates a smooth transition for blending, in my opinion. Next, we have the one and only Nars Natural Radiance Concealer in Caramel. This bad boy here do good, okay? I like doing eyeshadow, don't get me wrong, but it's just something so special about the face and it looking like butter. You see the face? I'm going to use a powder puff to put on my powder, okay? So I'm gonna teach you how to do that. And lately, I've been mixing this translucent powder from Mud with this Sacha Buttercup setting powder. Hope y'all can see this. This is what it's been looking like, although it is real bright on camera. It's not that bright in person, but that's what it looked like. Is I'm gonna put my powder puff in here, and then I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand just to kind of get all of that excess powder. Put powder on the sides just because that is where I put some concealer. It's like I like lashes, but sometimes I really just don't be feeling like putting them on. This is one of them times, baby. This is so hard when you get my eyeshadow. Ooh. Fuck. I'm not even finna sweat it. I'm tired. They really got on my nerves. Something that I've learned is that when you press the powder in versus like swiping it off, you have a much better finish. I know I be looking out to the side, like sideways and stuff, but it's because I'm trying not to offset the camera by having the mirror in front of it where y'all can't see. See that skin though? Do you see the skin? Like, do you see what I'm talking about? Like, seriously, like, do y'all really seriously see what I'm talking about? Like, for real. For bronzer, I'm using Fenty Beauty, what I've been holding this whole time. This is her Stalk'r bronzer. Yep, Stalk'r bronzer, instant powder bronzer. It's in Caramel Cutie. Press that into the skin. What you want to do is you want to find where you need to contour your face based off of your face shape. For me, mine is right here. You see? Right here where my cheek is right here. So my contour is right. When I'm contouring my face, start up here and I come down here. And then I kind of just fade down on the face. When I'm doing my forehead, pull my scarf all the way back and I'm just pressing it along the hairline, because that is really the most important part about the forehead. Is you want to make sure that you're getting the makeup on the hairline so that you won't be able to see like any lines of demarcation or like a mask. Lines of demarcation is where you can see like where the makeup stops and where like your hairline begins. I'm actually going to use another powder puff. We're going to smooth out the rest of the face. Now, I'm not going to put this where my highlight is. I'm just going to set the rest of the face. That's what I'm doing. Blush. I always like to use this one and this one together. These are like my favorite too. I don't know what this palette called. I don't have a clue, y'all. For the blush, I like to press it in at the high point of my face. So I'm going to take this Maybelline Fit Me. This is a pressed powder in 320. And I just like to finish off the eye with this powder. It helps it give it a little bit more brightness. Alright, so now we're going to do the bottom lashes. But I'm using the same lip liner I always use. It's a dark brown liner. This is e.l.f. one of their lip glosses, I believe, in Whisper Pink. And I was trying to just try something. I was trying to try something different. So that is the end of the video. I want to thank y'all so much for watching this video. I hope that you did learn a simple way to apply your eyeshadow and even learn some tips with just doing your face and your base makeup as well. So until next time, you guys always and forever do not forget, because I haven't said this in my last videos because I have been rushing because I've been going places. Do not forget each and every day to practice being the best versions of yourself. Alright? And I'm gonna be right there with you. We're gonna be doing this together, okay? So you're not by yourself. I'm practicing too. So we together, we locked in for life. If we locked in, ain't no switching up. Peace.